to know what makes you fulfilled and to chase that and to continue to use that as motivation. Don't do things that you don't like. Don't work at a job that you hate. Don't go to school for something that you don't love. Really, really push yourself and see what you are passionate about. So the other day I was watching a video and it was called How to Be Self-Disciplined. And for me, I thought, that's such a good topic. Like, I wish that I can make a video on it. And then I was like, wait, I'm a YouTuber. These are my tips on how to be self-disciplined. Like human beings, like we all tend to slack, and sometimes I answer Zoom calls in my bed and I'm in pajamas or this and that. But so if you guys don't know, I'm a 4th year in college right now and I do full-time school. I'm doing a full course schedule and I'm making 2 videos a week if I can, 1 to 2 videos mainly. And I also work part-time. I own a freelancing company and it's called KC Studio. Haha, very original, very creative. But KC Studio, basically, I do graphic design, logos, a bunch of artwork for other clients, and I manage everything myself. So it can get very hectic. It can get extremely busy. If I'm not up to date with my deadlines, I might miss papers. I could easily fail out of my classes. If I don't reply to my clients, then nobody else will because I manage all the emails. And so my time in a week is needs to be extremely time managed. And so if I am not self-disciplined, I would most likely just watch Netflix all day and just chill and ignore my classes and just sleep if I could. There's so many times where I've wanted to sleep through classes, and I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't skipped classes. I totally have, but what makes me self-motivated? What continues to make me self-disciplined? And what do I do in order to accomplish all of these things and have a somewhat decent GPA?
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
So the first thing that I would say is to find out what environment you need to succeed. So in order for you to really succeed, find out what you need to do around you in order to help yourself. So that doesn't just change your physical environment, that's also your emotional and your mental environment. And so that might seem a little bit complicated. Let me break that down for you. So in your physical environment, this could be your room, your bedroom, your space. Make sure that your working environment is up to par with your standards. Be extremely self-disciplined in the sense where things that you can change. I know that not everyone's home and living conditions are very nice, and we're in a pandemic. We can't go to school and study if we want to. We can't go to the libraries, and if you can, then so be it. That's amazing. Great for you. If that's where you can study and that's where you can succeed, I would say go to the library and study and go to the coffee shops, because if that's what inspires you and gets you going, then keep being motivated. But if you're like many of us, you should definitely see how you can arrange your space and change it so that the living conditions are extremely up to your standards. So what I mean is wake up, make your bed, clean your desk, make sure you get organized with your chores. Know that you have a laundry day, or when the basket's full, you're gonna go and you're gonna clean that. Make sure that you're vacuuming and cleaning every 6 of it, and then see what you can do to tweak it and level up. Obviously, I know that with being a student or being in this working environment right now, money can be very tight. Make sure that if you have the money to really think smart about it and to buy things that are long-term and sustainable. Like, for example, I've been using my MacBook for over 5 to 6 years now. Invest in things that are worth buying, because your environment is so important, and it really can factor how you study and how you do well. And so in order to be self-disciplined, do not study in bed. I do it sometimes. I already know that it's gonna go poorly, and I already know that I'm not gonna get any work done. So get out of bed, like, don't do that unless there's some ways to be creative about it. Studying with friends, that's a big one. Working with friends, you already know, like, if you go to that place with, you know, all your best friends, you're going to continue to talk to them. You're not going to get the work that you want to be done. So in order to cut down on it and to work smart instead of working hard, you really need to know what factors in your environment really do help you and how can you continue to push and remodify and make it the best you can. So if you haven't seen already, you should watch my How to Stop Comparing Yourself to Others video, and that'll talk a little bit more about your mental environment and who you should follow and who you shouldn't, and how to reorganize that a little bit more. So yeah. Okay, number 2 is to know that success is immeasurable. What does that mean? It means that you value success and you derive success from other people around you. There are external motivators to you, and you place your value and your success idealistics on your neighbors or your classmates or your coworkers. And so know that your version of success may not be the same version of success as everyone around you, or people in different countries, or people in different environments. Know that there will always be someone comparing themselves to you, and you will always compare yourself to other people. And so in that case, it's an endless pattern, an endless cycle. How are you going to change that? So if you recognize that your success and your version of success is different from people than you, then this can really help you break down your concept of success and help you be more self-disciplined. For me, my version of success is to do something that I love and to be as authentic as I can possibly, and to not to overextend myself into situations where I know that aren't going to be gratifying or as pertinent to my culture or to my experiences. So my success is adding value to other people's lives and knowing that I authentically want to do this thing. So if you always know that people have more or less than you, you know that you can't compare your level of success to others. So for example, let's just say there is a millionaire and he knows that he's living in a mansion and he has X amount of money so he can buy this fancy sports car, and he knows that his neighbor has this nicer sports car and he's actually a billionaire and his estate is 10 times bigger. He then will feel upset because he is directly comparing his level of success to the billionaire, and that is the environment he's in. And so in this suburban rich community, he continues to work really hard and work harder, and he tries to climb this level to reach the same success as this billionaire with the massive estate and sports cars. Let's just say that guy is doing that. Okay, number 1, his version of success is dependent on his neighbors and his external factors and who he sees. But let's scale it down. How many people in the world can be millionaires or billionaires? Like, just seeing this metaphor can really, really open your eyes, because there are so many people that are less fortunate than us. I can imagine so many more. I have a roof over my head, I have running water, I have clean clothes, and I'm able to study and have education. But what I mean is that everyone is always in a tougher situations than people in underdeveloped countries or countries where they aren't able to provide education because they need to work for the family, or places where knowledge and where education isn't as such of a big resource and they aren't able to leave because they may have more siblings, or they may be facing other external circumstances, or people where they aren't able to invest in themselves. I think is by going to college and university, that is ultimately a privilege. And by living in a country like Canada, I feel very privileged, and by being able to support myself, I feel go to school and I can learn and I can get. Moving forward. Okay, number 3, do not buy into the system. So these systems are in place. These systems are taught to us and ingrained to us that you need to fit societal norms and that you need to do X, Y, Z and have a house
by 25 and have kids by 21, or have this and that and get married and do this and have your nails painted and look good.
And make sure you get this dream internship and da-da-da. All these societal norms and all these systems in place can really affect how you feel. You may feel inadequate or adequate because you're working at a really good job and you're making money and you're paying off your mortgage or your loans, or you're not feeling you're feeling inadequate because you don't have the internship that you want, you don't have the job that you want, you don't get to do the things that you want, and you're working at a lower tier job. Maybe that's society. Well, I say disregard all these societal norms and really put pressure and make yourself realize that all of these things that society says to you are just norms that they have been so ground into people that they won't even open their eyes and see how different people can thrive in different situations and how one person can thrive in their niche. Like, I know that for me, I've always found a really big struggle in the system of school, and I've never really done well in school. I've always been kind of a chaotic person. I always thought outside of the box. For me, school was never necessarily a good method for me, and when I bought into the system, I really thought that I was stupid or unintelligent, or to society, I was kind of a failure, or that I wasn't as smart as other people. So I always thought, like, okay, I'm just gonna work in this job. Hopefully I'll like it. Like, it's just gonna be more like lower tier. I've completely redefined that idea. I've decided, like I said earlier, to open my own business, and I've been running it for 5 to 6 years, and I get to be my own entrepreneur. I get to think outside of the box, and there's so many different ways that I can thrive in my niche that I know that a lot of people that are maybe book smart or academically intelligent couldn't do it. So in a way, there are so many different competencies that you can do and you can effectively utilize in order to do well in your niche. And so what I think is everyone should be passionate about something. Everyone should go and try as many things as you want. Sports, arts, culture, coding, anything. Try as many things as you want. See what you're good at. See what you want to learn. And put in the work, put in the hours, and really do see what you can do to change your own life. Because you're your own person, so let's see what you can do for your niche, and let's see how many people you can prove wrong by excelling at it and showing them what you can do. I cannot derive my self-worth or my successes on these systems. Like I said, like these societal measures and norms that they have on people aren't necessarily the best ways to define yourself. So don't let that bother you. Don't let that hurt your self-esteem like it did for me. Take the high route and just see that and walk away from it and just redefine yourself and find your self-motivation in other ways, because don't let that bother you. To know what makes you fulfilled and to chase that and to continue to use that as motivation. Don't do things that you don't like. Don't work at a job that you hate. Don't go to school for something that you don't love. Really push yourself and see what you are passionate about. Because at the end of the day, when you work and you do something that you really enjoy, it's not going to feel like work. I love doing YouTube, and I love what I take at school. I love learning about people and psychology, and so that's why I feel like I can do this in 7 days. That's why I feel like in a week I can make 2 videos and go to school and work, because I genuinely love what I do for work. I love what I study at school, media, and I love making videos because that's my passion and that's entertainment for me. I would love hanging out with my friends too, but if I could choose videos and friends, I would like to I would love to choose both, and I do like to do both. So that's where time management is really key, and that's where it is consistent. You can try techniques like Pomodoro, where you study for 20 minutes and then take a break for 5 and then you continue that in a set, or you can try writing in an agenda. So if you don't love what you do, chances are you're going to procrastinate, you're not going to want to do the thing, and you're going to be lying there and it's not going to be something that you enjoy. So really do notice that shift, that when you start changing your mindset and realize that you can make money out of things that you love and do, and that you can start to go to school and study things that you actually enjoy, you're going to be excited and you're going to show up and you're going to see your grades go up. You're going to see money coming in. So really start putting in work, manifest that for you. Number 5 is to limit your distractions. If you know that alcohol can affect you, but you know you have a big test tomorrow, don't drink that much, or take a day off, block the day off. If you know that you're severely addicted to social media and that you have an internet addiction such as everyone else in the world, put your phone away, put your phone in another room, turn off your phone, only charge your phone to 50% in a day, and once it dies, just let it be. Phones are tools, and as much as they can help us, social media can limit and distract us, and so be really mindful of what you consume and what you do on your phone, because it is so easy for you to fall into the endless loop where you just swipe and like and post and get into that dopamine. Everything with moderation. I think that's the big takeaway for limiting your distractions. you can do everything with moderation. Be mindful of it, be smart, and stay humble. But yeah, thanks guys so much for watching my video. I'm really excited that you guys are here, and I hope that you guys hit the subscribe button and thumbs up because it really helps with the algorithm. And if you made it this far, comment down below and tell me something that helps you stay self-disciplined, whether it be coffee or some apps or some new tips. So share them down below with me because that'll be super helpful, and I will absolutely love them. And I hope that this was still filming because it's not always so sad. But yeah, thanks so much for watching.